Well, hello, Bill Shaka here. Welcome to another edition of the 5-Minute Motivator. I actually have not recorded many editions of the 5-Minute Motivator over the past week. I just finished a virtual sales course with a group of salespeople out of the United States. And even though I'm sitting here in Costa Rica and they're dispersed geographically all across the U.S., it was kind of time consuming, which I didn't mind, though I loved it. I had a lot of energy, but I haven't recorded any 5-Minute Motivators in a few days. Now this has no effect on you because I have a 3-month inventory of these on YouTube and a 3-month inventory of timing in my marketing software, so it drips them out every day. But if I seem a little jagged in the presentation, it's because I haven't done one of these in about a week or so. And this is the type of stuff that you have to do on a daily basis to kind of keep the flow going. Okay, anyway, today, this is on public speaking, and I'll tell you why I did this. I have a public speaking course out there. It's on Udemy right now, but I'm removing it from Udemy because I made some substantive changes to it, and I'm going to be marketing myself through my own sales funnel. But I had a question come up, and this is the second time that I had this question come up, so I think it's worth bringing up. How do you handle questions during the talk? And it doesn't have to be a formal public speaking talk. It could also be if you're in a meeting and you have to make a presentation. How do you handle questions? There are two ways to do it. The first thing you could do is tell individuals up front that if they would be so kind as to just jot their question down, and at the end you will have a question and an answer period. Or you could say, I invite questions. Whenever you have one, raise your hand, and we will have a brisk discussion as to the answer of your question. Now, both have positives and negatives. In the first example, if you wait until the end, some people are simply going to forget what questions they have. They're not going to, a lot of individuals are not going to jot them down, and they're going to forget about it. And also, some individuals may feel kind of reticent about asking questions at the end because they know that it's going to hold the party up. It's going to hold the whole group up. In other words, the meeting should probably be over. The talk should probably be over. If I ask a question, I'm going to keep people here another 5 minutes or so, and they won't like me because of that. So those are reasons why asking questions at the end doesn't work. However, there's some reasons why asking questions or holding questions until the end does work. First of all, it doesn't interrupt your flow. Okay, so consequently, you can go through the entire talk pretty well. If you've given the talk before, you might actually be able to anticipate some of the questions and actually mention them during the talk, and in which case people are going to say, oh, that's a question I have, but they already answered it. Beautiful. So that's what happens if you postpone questions till the end. All right, so what if you ask during just basically say, whenever you have a question, just scream it out and we'll discuss it. The nice thing about that is that you're going to have some very brisk discussions. People are going to be able to speak their mind when they want to, and it could lead to a rather large discussion. And that's cool. You're engaging people that way, not only logically, but very well could be engaging them emotionally. The negative with that, though, is that, boy, you better have your talk down cold because you need to know when to go back to the same spot in your talk prior to the question. So it really does require a huge sense of preparation in that case. Both ways work. Ladies and gentlemen, you need to decide on what to do. I will tell you, I think the more experienced speakers do have the ability to say, just throw a question out and I'll answer it. And I do that quite a bit. The only time I will not do that is if it's a technical talk, like if I'm giving a talk, for example, on an economic subject, where I need to, for example, build the concept of the law of demand and the concept of the law of supply before I can discuss shortages and surpluses in the market. I will say, hold your questions until I get done unwinding the theory. Anyway, that is my take on how to ask questions during the talk. I do appreciate your time. This is Bill Shaka, thanking you for attending another edition of the 5-Minute Motivator. Looking forward to seeing you in the next.